there and like, whoa, there's a lot swirling already. I want you to be present and just be.
And if everybody wants to put on mute on their audio, that would be probably good. Thanks.
So once you find a comfortable position to be in, you can close your eyes or you can like gaze down at the floor, wherever you feel the most comfortable. I want you to be the most peaceful. Breath can be at its natural pace, so I don't want you to do anything. So feeling the rhythm of your breath. How does it feel to just breathe? For some of us, when we start to breathe or putting our focus on our breath, it'll automatically elongate. For others of us, it's going to be a little elusive, and be okay with that. It can be whatever it is. Using this next minute to be present with the breath, trying to concentrate on just that single thing. On your next inhale, you can bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And see if you can bring your awareness to the breath, lifting the palms up and receding back down. It does not have to be big. And it'll change from day to day. Like for me, I can feel my belly breathe, but my chest is pretty darn stuck. And that's okay. Just bring into your awareness. What are your habits? How is body feeling? Take a moment to set an intention for your practice tonight. It can be a goal, mantra, sankalpa, an affirmation. It can be a whole slew of things, but something that will just brighten you up a little bit. So it can be a dedication. I've been working with the idea of giving myself permission to feel, whether that's sensations or whether it's emotions that bubble up. And on our next inhale, we'll circle sweep the arms up overhead, and then we'll bring them to the heart center on the exhale. On the inhale, we'll circle sweep the arms, and we'll take a little pit stop at the crown of the head. Inhale, circle sweep, make a little pit stop at the forehead. Inhale, circle sweep, back to the heart center. And then circle sweep back to belly. Good, you guys. Let's stretch out our legs out in front of us, so out wide, like a wide-legged forward fold kind of deal. I was gonna call it a dragonfly. I've been doing too many yoga books with Charlotte. So you can forward fold if it feels okay. You can also keep yourself upright. I'm gonna be more focused on my upper back and taking it in the opposite direction. So those of you with littles might feel really nice to stretch the front of the shoulders. You can point and flex your feet. Now pointing and flexing might make those restless legs a little bit more restless, so stick with like a toes to the sky. I've noticed if I do too many point and flex, it doesn't help anything. And I really want you to spend the next 45 minutes, really cultivating your awareness with the breath. If you concentrate on the breath, it'll give the mind a bit of a break. Take about 3 more rounds of breath. Last one. And then we'll go into Janushirshasana, so fold in like whichever leg. I'm not even gonna guide you to which leg. You choose. You choose your own adventure. So side bend over to the long leg and over onto the side. And see if you can really open up those top ribs. And see if you can kind of create that length in the bottom waistline a little bit versus like just crunching down. So a little side bend. Some of you might like that loveliness. Arm can be lifted or it can be grounded if you know you have neck and shoulder tension brewing. The other versions you might like is heart towards the kneecap. That might be really nice on QL and low back. The other version would be a twist unless you're pregnant. So 3 different options for you. See if it really feels a place of yummy. And how can I get that low back and openness through the ribs so you can take really nice big inhales. 3 more rounds of breath, whichever one. And some of you might be doing better with a exhale in and inhale up, exhale and inhale up. If you want some repetition, some of you might need some movement. And then use your exhale next time to come up. Switch sides. So you can side bend over, find that length, use that bottom waistline. Remember, if the upper arm gets tired or fatigued or you're noticing more tension creeping up, placing it down is fine. And then from there, heart can rotate towards the kneecap. You can play around there, or you can go into a twist, as long as you're not twisting baby out. Think about, and then some of you like the movement. You can side bend in and out. For some of us, repetition helps our body actually release a little bit. And then when you feel about even, you can bring soles of the feet together, knees wide, butterfly. I've been liking flapping the wings of the butterfly. Or you can even kind of go side to side a little bit, massage out those sit bones, and then find a place to breathe and be. So you can lean forward. That feels good. Stretching those inner thighs. Those of you newly postpartum, inner thighs, pelvic floor, and transverses all work together. So this could be really a good opportunity for some pelvic floor work on those exhales. Pelvic floor lifts in and up. And then if you're like me with the upper back, mid back kind of achy from the toddlers, really see if you can send your breath into the back body. Can you let your ribs expand in the back? Feel the ribs expand against like bra line. Can you feel the elastic? Good, gang. So from here, use your exhale to come up. We'll come up into a tabletop position on hands and toes. You're gonna inhale into good old cow, exhale into good old cat. Remind yourself of your intention you set at the beginning of our session together. And again, I wanted something that like eases any tension. Make sure the elbow creases are facing one another. There's a soft bend in your elbows. Wrists and elbows can tend to be achy on a lot of us mamas. We get kind of creative. Also, you can move laterally. So you can move to the right and to the left, shortening waistline to waistline. That can feel yummy. You can also turn these into like more like churning circles. That can feel nice. Going around the shoulders. And then from here, we can have our, let's see here, how should I show you this? So from here, we're gonna have bicep, or your heart falling in between bicep, shoulder blades together, and then you're gonna press up. So notice low back isn't shifting. It's coming from just shoulder blades together, protracting and retracting. So drawing shoulder blades together, and then shoulder blades apart by pushing the ground away. Good job, guys. 3 more. Keeping those arms nice and straight. Keeping belly in to help protect low back, or just balance belly and low back effort. And then from here, find neutral again. You can do any little wiggles to kind of reset yourself. And then from there, shoulder blades to the ears, lifting shoulder blades and then drawing them down the back. Again, low back is quiet as you're shifting the shoulder blades. And it's pretty typical to have shoulder blades get stuck, kind of like having adhesions. For all of us like that hold our kids on one side and all sorts of reasons. So this is just a way to help break it all up a little bit. And you might notice one side is easier to access than the other. All right, gang. So from here, let's have right foot long. So tuck those toes. The toes are grounded and your heel's reaching away from the crown of your head, and the crown of the head is reaching away from the base of the heel. Should feel like a really nice calf stretch. You can also like point and flex here again. That may or may not feel nice, Erica. This actually might help relieve some of that. That's what I'm thinking. Kind of feels different than when you like point and flex the foot with that little bit of a reach of the heel back to get that calf, soleus and the gastrocnemius. Fancy words. Anyway, so you can bring that foot over to the side, bend the knee. So it's kind of like a modified gate pose for these yummy, funky hip circles. So you're gonna just circle out the hips. Maybe notice, ooh, that feels really good, or oh my gosh, that feels really tight. Whatever it is, be present with it. So find breath. Breath could be really beneficial to find more space and more ease. When I took my pre and postnatal training, I was like maybe 7 months, Charlotte was 7 months old, and I did these and I was like, oh my gosh, these feel amazing. And they're really great for prenatal as well. How are those feeling, ladies? Good? Yum yums? These make people feel really yummy. All right, so from here, you're doing both directions, hopefully. I got on a little side kick. So once you feel like you've done both directions, you're gonna have left hand down, right arm's gonna open up into a twist. Lovely, ladies. And then exhale, you can do like a little thread the needle. Inhale, open. And then exhale, thread the needle. 2 or 3 more. Inhale, getting that rotation from the ribs. Hips are levelish. Inner thighs spiraling back. 1 more for good measure. And back. Good. From here, you can heel toe your feet forward. So you're in a low lunge. In your low lunge, you can creep forward and back. Stretch out the hamstrings and back. Good. You can be on the tippy fingertips. You can also be up more on your thigh if you feel more comfortable there. Just as long as you're keeping some room in that hip versus like jamming it or closing it off too much. And then what folks liked yesterday in my classes was kind of dwelling a little bit more into this back leg so that you can get access to the psoas, the quads, the hip flexor. 3 more rounds of breath. Good. And then from there, you can walk your foot back, whether it's heel toeing it back or swiping it back. You can cat-cow, child's pose, or even a downward facing dog. Take about 5 rounds of breath. And then inhale, you can come up. Left leg slides back, heel reaches. Get that nice stretch through the back of the calf. Some of you might have liked forward and back. Forward and back. Belly is active. So belly, especially on your exhales. On your exhales, feel like you're hugging baby or belly to spine. Micro bend those elbows. Make sure that the creases of the elbows are facing one another. Give yourself a frame. Yeah, good adjustments, guys. And then once you feel about even, you can heel toe or swipe your leg over to the left for those funky hip circles. So you can circle out. Remember to go in both directions so you can spend some time going in one direction. Being present for sensations. And staying with your breath. If the mind wanders, just try to gently bring it back to your physical practice or your breath practice. Once you feel about even in those circles, you're going to ground down through the right hand, left arm, inhale, lift, rotate, exhale, spin down, thread. Inhale, focus on the ribs, expanding, exhale, interlace ribs in. 3 more. Last one. And then from there, you can heel toe your feet forward, foot forward, left leg, and then low lunge. Forward and back. So some of you might like the movement going back and forth. Others of you might feel like, oh, I can stay here for a while and just be. Once you start approaching that, I feel pretty balanced, then you can kind of scoot that front foot forward a little bit and focus on the left leg. And you get lefty in a really yummy place. 3 rounds of breath. And then when you feel even, you can migrate that foot back behind you. Cat, cow, child's pose, or down dog. 5 rounds of breath. And whatever variation you need for your body. If you're not in a down dog, we'll make our way to a down dog. So you'll inhale, come up, tuck the toes, come into a cow, and then back into your down dog. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Your hands and feet can be as wide as your sticky mat if you want to give yourself some freedom, some a little bit more ease. And then from here, you can walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. I don't have a preference in which direction you go, and go forward fold. In your forward fold, see if you can really send your sit bones high to the sky. Feel like you can ragdoll here, taking opposite elbows and swing right to left to see if you can really find that waterfall quality from the low back. Heel toe your feet out as wide as your sticky mat if they're not there already. And then use your exhale to come up halfway. So send those sit bones back behind you. And then we'll just do a couple little cat-cows here. So on your exhale, you'll round tail, and then inhale, tail wags. Exhale, tilt the tail, inhale, wag. A couple more times. Wag. And 2. Last one. And then wag. Come more into a neutral spine. On your exhale, you'll press all the way up. Good. Take a moment to stand in Tadasana as we all kind of like reconfigure ourselves. And then one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Come back into your intention for your practice. Check in with your breath. As your breath started to shift. Without attachment or story, just awareness. Remind yourself of your intention for your practice tonight. All right, my friends, on your next inhale, we'll circle sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Just like we started class, inhale, lift. Hands come to the crown of your head. Inhale, circle sweep. Hands to the forehead, third eye, intuition. Inhale, circle sweep. Hands to the heart. Inhale, circle sweep. Come down to the belly. Good. From here, let's inhale, arms come up overhead, and then we'll reach over towards the right. Make a move. Just like we started out with Janu Shirshasana, make sure you're active through the shortened waistline. Use your exhale to come up. Inhale to prepare, get long, long, long. And then exhale, over to the side bend. If legs are together, really squeeze the legs together. See if you can grow even more. Softness in the knees, so you're making sure you're not locking out any energy. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, come back up. We'll do it again on each side. Inhale to prepare, get long, long, long. Exhale, side bend. See if you can get a little bit further, just by the response of the muscles, not ego. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, come up. Inhale, feeling that length from the heels all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale, side bend. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, come on through center. Roll the shoulders. Roll the shoulders the other way. Good. Let's go the width of our mat, like a plie or a goddess. So go wide. So let's see if I can get this choreographed correctly. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands, the belly and heart. And then up you go. Inhale. Did I do that opposite? Let's do exhale, up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. balance challenge, reach the heels up and breathe. If you want more of a balance challenge, close the eyes. Try to keep those knees between big toes, second toes, spin the inner thighs back behind you. 3 more rounds of breath. See if you can cultivate that breath in chest and belly. Good, you guys. If your heels are lifted, come back down to the ground, hands to the inner thighs, pivot forward. Lovely, guys. From here, opposite shoulder to opposite leg. You can twist. So really reach the bones behind you, crown of the head long, elongate your spine. Inhale to come back, exhale, rotate. And if you're lucky, you can get like a nice little adjustment, right? One more time. Inhale to come over, exhale, side. Inhale up, exhale. And then come up halfway. Something I've been liking in my practice at home is doing these figure eights with the arms. So you can do a little figure eights together. Wee, wee. And then if you're really talented, ooh, I did it. You can do figure eights. Man, oh, nice, you guys are a talented group. It took me days to figure this out. And breathe, inner thighs spiral behind you, knees between big toe, second toe as you go. Wee, wee, wee. This is great to do with those rhythm scarves if you have them at home with the toddlers. You can also do the heels. You can make this a fun little energetic dance for tomorrow. All right, 3 more times. Last one. And then come back to goddess. So whether you want to be tilted forward or if you want to be a little bit more upright, you decide. Hand to the belly, hand to the heart. Feel the heartbeat, feel the breath. On your next exhale, come up, heel toe your feet together for Tadasana. And come back to that body scan. How's the heart? How's the breath? How's the energy? How are all those different koshas? Okay. Into one more standing pose. So warrior one. So right foot can go forward, left leg back behind you, about 3-ish feet. You can heel toe your feet as wide as you'd like for a stronger balance. Bend the front knee, make sure you can still see your toes. Inhale, arms can come overhead. Exhale, arms can go behind you, straighten out the leg. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten. 3 more times. One more time, and we'll stay in your warrior one. So really stake down that left foot. Warrior ones are inherently back bend, so you could like look up to the sky as long as you're not too compressive in your low back. It might feel like a nice change to look up, look forward. And then from there, bring the hands to the heart. Step forward, take a pause. Just notice what a warrior shape does to you. How does it serve you? Left foot stays, right foot comes back behind you. It could be a shallow frame, and it can also be a wide frame. Play around with that front knee bending. Make sure that you can still see your toes. Come up into your warrior. And then straighten out the leg on the exhale. Inhale, make sure hip points are shining forward. Exhale. 3-ish more. 2. And then if you feel about even, land in your warrior. Shine your heart up and forward. Gaze up. 3 rounds of breath. Hands to the heart, ground down through the left leg, step forward. Good job, you guys. So from here, we'll go wide into Malasana. So squats. Whee. Squats are like my least favorite things in the whole entire world, but they're good for most of us. You can always have a prop underneath you. 3 rounds of breath. This is where you can really do really good pelvic floor work here. You can inhale, let go of pelvic floor, exhale, pelvic floor comes up and in. And then from there, you can come down. Okay, so from here, let's go chest lifted. I like how we started out class, yeah? Deep breath in and out. You guys can all hear me okay, right? Volume okay? Thank you, ladies. So roll those shoulders back, breathe. 2 more rounds of breath. From here, let's cross our right leg over our left. Deep breath in and out. Take a figure 4. If you want to add a little rotation with the right arm reaching, try that with your toddler. Yep, you were right. 3 rounds of breath. Make sure you're not locking out elbows like I was. And then come back, switch sides. Okay, have the arm go the same direction as the foot, the top foot. Hopefully you guys feel that nice stretch, like underneath the shoulder blades and along that side. And then back, you can sit cross-legged, hands on your low back. Try to draw elbows in, lift the heart. 3 rounds of breath. So from here, we'll let go. We'll do a couple little circles with the hips, and from here we'll start switching gears to being more yin-like once we make our way to the floor. Circle, and then circle the other way. How are the shoulders and neck feeling, guys? Do we need any more? Are you guys feeling okay? Thumbs uppies. Okay. So we'll make our way down onto the ground. So if you're pregnant, have something below your head, so you're a little bit elevated. We're gonna go into some twists, some supine twists. It should feel really yummy for low back and shoulders. So when you come down functionally, coming down onto your side is better than roly-polying. And then once you're here, you can actually stay on your side. Let's do some yummy somatic things. So you could have a pillow underneath your knee and ankle. That might feel yummy for some of you. I didn't really specify grabbing props. And then from here, you're gonna kind of like you have like a gator arm. you're gonna reach, like kind of caress your arm, and then come over heart, and then come out the other side. And then you're gonna reach over like heart, sternum, and then kind of caress your arm, and then a little bit farther than fingertip, and then bring it back across. That can be really yummy and helpful in decompressing system. The other version you can do here is making a rainbow over your head. So the top arm can draw a rainbow, like making your way above the head, so kind of near the ground, and then over, and then a rainbow over your head, and then back. So you kind of decide if one or both of those are serving your body. And then others of us are going to be like, I want to just lay here in my twist. Thank you very much. And you can do that. Just know that for most of us, keeping our hips stacked, we'll have our shoulder up in the air, so you can always support that. Or if you're okay in your low back and SI is okay, then you can pin down the shoulder and see what happens with the hips. Let's be your own judge. If you need it higher up here, or do you need it more yummy and low back? And then I'm just gonna come over to the screen to see if I have any of you guys fidgeting. Good. So we'll move into kind of like a yin restorative yum yum time. So you'll come into your twist, your place where you can rest, and I'll have you hold it for 2 minutes. And if the twist doesn't feel yummy, but like being on your side, like in a fetal position feels more yummy for you, do it. And I'm just gonna keep my eye on the clock. For those of you type A's like myself, I like to make sure both my sides are about even. And see if you can breathe. So in these twists, it's a great opportunity to take really deep breaths in those upper ribs. The lungs find more capacity to breathe. And see if you can breathe deeper through the lungs. The lower lobes of the lungs are connected to your parasympathetic nervous system. The one where we want active for rest and digestion and to soothe the nerves. Take about 10 more rounds of breath. Use your exhale to come back into center. Take a pause to do like knees to the chest or a happy baby, something symmetrical on your back for a moment. Some of you might like bridge pose. And then from there, you can start shifting to the other side. So you'll roll over onto your other side. And this is the one where we start off with like the gator. And then from there, you're gonna caress the arm, go across chest and open. And then on the exhale, you're threading yourself through and reaching past the fingertips. And then coming back through, give yourself a little caress, reach, and then come back through. 1 or 2 more of those. And then from there, you might play around with the rainbow. So rainbow overhead, and then opening up to the side, regardless if the fingertips touch the ground or not. Kind of play around with the rainbow, see if the rainbow serves your body or not. And then from there, when you feel about even or just ready to go into the twist, decide whether it's hips that are going to be stacked, maybe some forgiveness in the shoulders, or is it shoulders pinned down and a little more mobility through the opposite. So we'll be here for 2 minutes. Giving these ribs some yummy attention. And getting them opened up for a fuller breath. Remember, if the mind wanders, see if you can gently bring it back to your breath or sensations or your intention for your practice. From there, use your exhale to come back to center. Choose a pose that's symmetrical, that you might need to like unwind a little bit further before we move into a Shavasana shape. So you decide what kind of Shavasana shape you would like. Would it be like legs up the wall or legs up furniture? Are you gonna lay on your side? There's lots of opportunity to really express your own yummy Shavasana. So we'll be here for 5 minutes. I'm going to be pretty quiet, so you guys have some quiet time to just be. And we'll come back together for another 1 or 2 minute meditation. Just enjoy this time to rest and be quiet. About 10 more rounds of breath. When you're ready, slowly move over onto one side. Take a pause to enjoy the nourishing effects. And then from there, you can use the strength of your arms to bring yourself up into a comfortable seat, whatever shape that means for you, with your eyes closed or gently gazing downwards. And we'll do about like a 1-minute meditation. See if you can focus on your breath. Next inhale, bring your hand to your belly and your hand to your heart. Reconnect to the intention you gave yourself in the beginning of our session together. Please remind yourself of at least one thing, one person you're grateful for today. May all beings benefit from our practice tonight. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I hope you feel a little bit more easeful and ready to sleep and take on tomorrow. Let me know if you need anything at all. You guys can find me on the Instagram. You can always find me on my website too, EmilyOdea.com. Yeah, just be well, be kind to yourself, and be kind to others. Do you want to unmute folks, Meredith? Or